Welcome back everyone to the For the Love of Gaming, a day for retro games. We just had an absolutely amazing Resident Evil run, and oh, hold up. Yes, I'm getting confirmation from Star Command that we are ready to go. So, kicking off with Toy Story 2, we have Spagettd, so take it away.
Hi everybody, my name is Spagettd, or Spagettd, whichever you prefer. I'm going to be running Toy Story 2 for the N64 specifically, and we're going to be doing the 80% category. And before I start, I just want to kind of explain the game a little bit, so you kind of know what's going on. It's a collectathon, so think Mario 64, you grab the Power Stars to continue on. We're going to grab Pizza Planet tokens instead. And for any percent, we only need 30 of these, specifically for the N64 version, funny enough. All the other versions of the game, you need at least 40. But with just 30, we should be good for this one here to beat the game. A lot of jumping, wall time jumps, some out of bounds, and a little bit of glitches as well. So I'll let my host here start the timer, and I'll just count down for him. 3, 2,
Alright, I'm already.
1, go. Oh, so this first level we do require all 5 tokens for the game, so it makes it kind of hard honestly because it's super optimized. One of the first instances we'll see with the well-timed jumps, we actually call them extended double jumps, and you pretty much time your double jump to in a way that you can get like the max height and distance for it, so that you can reach things that you're not supposed to. And we'll see that after this boss fight, if I can get it. If not, there's a quick backup anyway. But we're gonna be doing a bunch of those throughout the game. This first boss here, you're kind of just shoot him every time he goes down. It just takes 3 charge shots. I'm gonna use one more. And a thing you'll see me do a lot, which I'll try to do here, when we grab the token, if you know where it spawns, you can actually grab it as it's spawning. I messed up right there. But I could have actually grabbed that token if I jumped in the air while it was spawning, and we would have avoided the cutscene. That just saves some time. So we're gonna go for that extended double jump I mentioned here. Almost. That would avoid having to do this area here, because we have to grab that sheep, but honestly, not too bad. Like I mentioned, we do grab all 5 Pizza Planet tokens in this level. That's how you're going to see me grabbing coins, because each level does have a Pizza Planet token for collecting 50 coins. And you give those to Ham, he'll give you a Pizza Planet token. So we'll reach him at the end. This next area here has another one of those jumps. Nice. And then there's a race coming up here with RC car that we're gonna do. Pay attention to the laps. We're gonna manipulate it a little bit. What you're supposed to do here is run around the car 3 times, obviously to race the RC car. Instead, we're just gonna manipulate it by doing this. You can see the laps going down. It thinks we're going around the car the whole time. And finish it off like that. Extremely easy way to do that. And then coming up right here is actually going to be the only instance of out of bounds for this category at least. We're going to clip through this door to be able to get into the basement faster, and this will have us avoid doing a puzzle that you're normally takes a while to do. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, there we go. Took a little bit, but that's the out of bounds right there. I just avoided doing this whole bottom area of the level by just clipping into that wall. One more sheep. Okay, and then this next area here is just going to be the kitchen. We have the last sheep in here. And and Bo Peep, you can hear her calling us to turn it into her, turn in her sheep. Okay. Short on coins, so I gotta grab this one here. There we go. And we're just about done with this level now. Last 3 coins are right next to Ham, conveniently. And that's it for that level. So, coming up is Neighborhood. I'm sure if a lot of you have played this in the past, you probably remember this level and the Neighborhood. Maybe the construction yard after that, but most people kind of stopped playing it after that, because it gets a little harder with the platforming. So this is still pretty nostalgic for a lot of people here. We're not going to do the race with the RC car here, or collect the collectibles, or the coins. We're only going to grab 2 tokens in this level. It's going to be the boss token, which is all the way at the top of the tree, and then the secret token, or puzzle token, which is in the pool area. Just gotta do some sick parkour here. And we're gonna actually go out of bounds right here to shoot that kite, and you could just spam laser at him. You're supposed to kill him like we did the first boss, where you kill him in like phases. You shoot him every once in a while. Okay, I'm glad I grabbed that one right there. So that right there, that token is really hard to get. If you missed that double jump, it was another extended double jump there, so I'm glad I grabbed that. And here's the first boss. It's just an airplane. He always flies in the same pattern, so if you just memorize where he's gonna go, you can kill him in 3 really well-timed charge shots. Missed that one, but he's gonna be right here. And then what I did right now was exit the level as soon as I beat him. You don't have to wait for the cutscene of them like getting destroyed and then you flying away or whatever. As soon as the boss's health drops to 0, you can instantly leave the level and it'll still count as completed. That saves a ton of time, because you don't have to watch these cutscenes. This level right here, you're only grabbing 1 token, which is a shame, because this is a pretty cool level. Don't really get to see much of it, well, at least for any percent. We're pretty much just going to be collecting these wrenches for Slinky Dog. Don't know why he needs them, but I'm not going to question it.
You done good, bud.
Cool, super straightforward for that one. Okay. This next one here has a really hard jump as well, similar to like that first level where you jump over to the sheep. It's another extended double jump, and we're gonna use that to skip like a whole puzzle area. So we're only grabbing 1 token here too, by the way. It's just gonna be this one. Oops, missed that grab. Don't want to get shocked, so I just waited for it to pass by. Nice. That's a really hard jump. And that skips this whole puzzle area. You're not supposed to be able to get up here yet without doing a lot of other stuff. Token on the trash can right there. And we're good. Okay, this next boss coming up is literally just mashing. It's the easiest way to defeat him. We're just gonna mash a lot, and then we're gonna occasionally use our spin attack to deflect some of his little slime balls that he shoots at us. So you barely saw it there, but I just like did a spin attack at the same time when he shot his little projectile at me. I actually missed the timing there. so he did hit me. Just saves a couple seconds. Timing off on it. It really depends on where you're standing too to be able to time it well. The same thing with this boss. As soon as we deal this last shot right here, we can just exit the level. We don't have to watch the cutscene. Okay, this next spot here, we're grabbing 2 tokens, and it has one of the, in my opinion, hardest tricks in the game. We're gonna do something called text storage, which is essentially you manipulate the game in a way where you grab the token as it's spawning, like during the cutscene for it. And what that does is it allows you to like store the text box of when you grab the token. Normally it'll say like you know, like continue playing or exit level. So when you hit exit level in this game after grabbing a token, Buzz will do this little animation where he goes to infinity and beyond, and he shoots up into the air. Well, we're actually gonna use that to grab a token, because the jump that he does during that is like super high, and with text storage we can actually control Buzz while he's doing that, and we're gonna use that to grab a token that's out of our reach. Cool, so what I did right there was I grabbed a token during the cutscene animation. The setup for it is pretty confusing, honestly. Essentially, I just went into my spin animation. Buzz goes dizzy. After he goes dizzy, you can actually move during cutscenes when you're not supposed to. That's how we're able to grab it. Let's see if I can get this jump.
Need some coins here, Buzz.
To infinity and beyond.
Nice. Okay, that's really hard to do for me, so I'm glad I grabbed it. So as you saw, you're not supposed to be able to jump that high. So that to infinity and beyond was pretty much like the exit level animation. You're just standing still and doing that, but because we manipulated it with the text storage, we were able to move him while he was exiting the level, and I just kind of, you know, angled him to grab that token that was up there in the corner. Okay, this level here, we're grabbing all 5 tokens again, just like we did in Andy's house. So it does get a little hard sometimes, just because it's super optimized as well.
Would this be a good time to do a quick shout out for our organizers?
Yeah, for sure. This is just a lot of running and jumping here. Nothing crazy.
Awesome. Well, even though it's not for the entire run, I would like to spiritually believe Chris Evans is supporting this run with the upcoming Lightyear movie.
For sure.
No. The actual organizer for the event is Games for Love, which is a 501c3 gaming charity dedicated to easing the suffering, saving lives, and creating a sustainable future for children. Games for Love begin with a dream to benefit sick kids and allow everyday heroes in gaming and technology to help children through their gifts and talents. Starting in 2018, the impact of gaming quickly to go infinity and beyond.
Love that. Yeah, it's I'm really thankful that you guys were able to, you know, include this game. It's a really fun game, and it's kind of cool because it's like a kids game too, so it kind of fits the theme a little bit with helping out kids. I'm sure, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people played this when they were younger, so it's kind of cool seeing it broken open like this. It's a fun way to revisit like older games.
It's interesting because the 90s was definitely the time for like collectathon games.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a specific reason you chose to learn how to speedrun this one over maybe a more well-known one or more popular one like Banjo-Kazooie or Donkey Kong or something?
Right. Yeah, a couple reasons. When I was first getting into speedrunning, I had that issue, which I'm sure most people do, where I just didn't know what game to play. I didn't know what game I wanted to learn. So I looked into it and I asked a bunch of other, you know, speedrunners, and the best advice that I got was to look at almost like a checklist of what games you would want to run, see if the game that you want fits those categories. So the checklist to me was pick a game that you wouldn't mind playing over and over and over and over again because that's what you're going to be doing when you speedrun. If it's a game that you're going to grow tired of, it's probably not the best fit. Another one was pick a game that isn't too hard. Honestly, this game can get hard, but for the most part, you're just holding forward and jumping. It's just pretty simplistic compared to something like Mario 64 where there's a lot of movement involved. It's not as advanced. And then the third reason from the third thing I was looking for a speedrun was a game that wasn't too long either. The 98% for this, as you can tell, is about 35 minutes. So that's enough time for me to get like a bunch of runs in and just memorize the route easier. So I looked at my catalog of games and I was like, I really wanted to do an N64 game, but Mario 64 for me at the time felt a little too challenging. And then I was looking through my games and I was like, I like platformers, and then I saw this and I'm like, I did love playing this game. I went back and revisited it and I was like, oh, you know what? This actually still holds up pretty well. And I looked up speedruns for it, and then once I saw the run, I was pretty much sold at that point.
Does it also have a very active community? I mean, I'm seeing a couple of people in chat that seem to be very excited, so I'm assuming you guys got a bit of Discord and everything that you guys hang out in.
Yeah, for sure. There is a Toy Story 2 Discord, and there are a couple hundred members in there. As far as like active runners, I would say there's right now maybe only about like 10 runners. But as far as like you know, the Discord, they are active in there. So like anytime a new runner comes in, a bunch of people come in to like help them out pretty much. So it's really accessible. This game actually does have a pretty big following though, just because like it is a Disney game and Toy Story is like extremely popular. More often than not, a lot of people are just playing this game casually on Twitch, and then they look into the speedruns afterwards and get kind of blown away. And sometimes people will come into the Discord and do that. It's pretty funny. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm actually spinning into this boss. We're pretty much doing like the setup that we did for tech storage here. I'm not going to do it on this one because we need that damage. But I was attacking them during the animation, like this cutscene here, just to finish them off faster. That's why I was spinning onto the boss. Pretty much just like let them attack them while they're coming out of the little pods. A lot quicker. But man, they just don't make movie license games like they used to, or at all, honestly.
I mean, I was gonna say Wreck-It Ralph, but technically that's just a movie based on the concept of video games.
Right, they kind of had to make a game for that one. Dang it. Okay, this level can be pretty challenging, as you can tell. This is the only other level where we collect 5 tokens again. And this one is pretty much the only level that has like really big instances of RNG. So if you ask anybody in the Toy 2 community or whatever, they're gonna tell you 90% of everybody will hate this level the most. This one is definitely a run killer because of the RNG. We've seen a little bit of the RNG already, which is the mice. So these mice that we're collecting, they move in random positions or whatever. They just move completely random. So there's 2 of them that are really hard to get sometimes. And we're coming up to them in a bit. One of them is on the ceiling, and the other one's like in the elevator shaft, like on the wall. And if I miss them, it's like a huge time loss, honestly. So we're just not gonna think about that. Hopefully I can get them first try. And then the other instance of RNG in this level are the elevator cycles. So I'm gonna turn on the elevators that lets us maneuver up to the top of the level. And those elevator cycles are kind of RNG as well. Sometimes they'll cooperate with you and you can get up to the top really quickly, or sometimes their timing is off and you have to sit on them for a while until they line up. So that can be a little frustrating. The first RNG mouse that I was talking about is coming up right here on the ceiling. Hopefully he's being good. Let's see. Oh, he juked me right there. he's gonna be a bad rat. There we go. Fortunately, I wasted too much time there. Normally, I would have gone and jumped off of this. There's another mouse on this wall. I don't have enough time to go for it now because I'm gonna miss this cycle, so we're just gonna have to grab it on the way back. That's not too bad. Okay. Just barely grabbed that coin in time. Can't tell if the cycle is good or not yet, honestly. Okay, I don't think the cycle is very good. Might be kind of cutting it close, honestly, when I get to the other section of this. Hopefully it cooperates. We've got one more mouse coming up right here. Okay, yeah. See, so that I would consider a bad cycle. I still made it, but the fact that that platform was all the way at the top already, you pretty much couldn't. You pretty much have to get a really good jump there, otherwise you wouldn't have made it. This boss, you literally just hold laser, jump into the token, skip the cutscene. Okay, nice. Platform was good there. Sometimes it'll be like heading down and you'll have to wait, and that's just like another instance of that RNG I mentioned. So we're almost done with this level now. We're just gonna do this race while grabbing the coins. Okay, that was really good. I usually am bad at grabbing those because it's kind of hard to control Buzz when he's doing these. Cool, I got an extra coin. I'm sure Ham would enjoy the tip. And then just kind of just wait here for the token to come back. There we go. Okay. Normally we'd be wrapping up right now, but since that ceiling mouse is being difficult, I didn't get to grab the wall mouse at the same time, so we're gonna go for him right now. Hopefully I can get it first try. So as you can see, he can just like juke you, pretty much break your ankles right there. It's really hard to get, especially because you can't really see where the mouse is until right before you grab him. There we go, he stood still thankfully. Sometimes he'll just keep spinning in circles right there too. And he can be anywhere from as far left as you saw, even all the way to the far right. So he has like that whole area of the wall to move around in, and it can just be excruciating sometimes. I'm glad that could have gone a lot worse, so I'm glad that that's over. Not sure how Ham got up here, but
Ah, that's the ticket. Here you go, Buzzy boy.
cool. Another thing I forgot to mention, but you can see at the menu screen right here, those power-ups at the bottom. So to get the power-ups, you have to collect Potato Head parts. He loses like a part of his like body or whatever in some of the levels, and once you retrieve his like piece, he'll give you a power-up that you can use later on in the game or like throughout other levels. But the only ones we really need for the any % run here is just the rocket boots that I grabbed in the Toy Barn, Al's Toy Barn level. And then the other one was the one we just grabbed in the elevator level, which was the hook shots to be able to maneuver up. Cool. This level only requires 3 tokens, thankfully. So it was that one there, the race for Bullseye. And then there's this puzzle token up here, which we're just gonna ignore all the stuff it wants us to do and just do that jump. Just skip everything else. And then the last token for this level is going to be the boss, the little mini boss. This jump right here can be kind of hard. We're jumping off this like corner of the windowsill, which isn't the hard part. The hard part is grabbing the table. For some reason, ledge grabs kind of suck in this game. So sometimes he'll grab it, sometimes he won't. Okay, it's being vehicle again. Yeah, so this part can be really frustrating, honestly. There we go. Or you can get really lucky and just skip the ledge grab entirely, and sometimes he'll just jump right on the table. Best case scenario, but it's rare when that happens. There we go. Grab the token.
Two.
Cool. Okay, next up
Would this
is
be a good moment to do a quick little announcement for stuff that's coming up?
No, yeah, for sure, go for it. This is just the boss fight here, so we're just gonna be smacking him for a little bit.
Alright. Well, if you guys are huge Disney fans, later on in about 13, I think 14 hours, we will be having The Little Mermaid, ran by Nino. They're going to be doing all 12%. And if you're also a big fan of collectathons, we still have mini games like Sonic coming up next. We have Spyro later in the evening. There's tons and tons of awesome games. And again, all throughout the weekend, we're raising money with Games for Love. All donations are appreciated, and you know, if you guys got a little extra cash, put it in. We got a little giveaway also going on.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys can, you know, spare to donate, definitely this is a good cause to do it for. And if not, I'm sure everyone here, including myself, really appreciate you just stopping by. That also helps a lot. Does anybody know this guy's name? See if anybody can guess it. He's the strongman toy.
Wasn't he one of the kids in what's the bully's name? The backyard.
Sid? No, he's not Sid's toy. He's Andy's toy, but he only comes out in a couple scenes in the first one, and I guess in the second one a little bit. But he like lifts weights and stuff. He opens up the truck in the first movie to let him in when they're like riding the RC car.
When they're trying to get Slinky.
Right,
also
right.
Woody and Buzz.
Right.
Actually, this might be a controversial question. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Which is your favorite Toy Story movie?
I mean, not to be biased, but Toy Story 2, and it's not even because of the game. I actually already loved that movie more before I even started playing this game. I just think it has like better.
That has a good cast.
No, yeah,
I mean,
for
you
sure.
have Jesse, you have Zurg, you have the crazy prospector.
No, yeah, for sure. The music on it is top notch too. The animation got like somehow got like a million times better. Even though Toy Story 1 was like crazy for its time, I totally messed that up. That's alright. And then I don't know. I just feel like the writing on it was a lot better too. Like the first one, I don't know if you guys ever realized, but Toy Story 1 is a buddy cop movie. It's literally a buddy cop movie. Like Sheriff and then Buzz Lightyear, you know, he's like a Star Command. They're both pretty much like cops in their respective field, and they don't like getting along with each other until they do.
Oh my god, I never thought of it that way. That actually makes so much sense.
Yeah, literally. Like Woody is like the old-timey cop who's been around forever, knows how everything goes, and then Buzz Lightyear is like the new cadet, which is like, you know, spins everything around and like flips it all around for him. He's very gung-ho. And then obviously they just learn to get along. But Toy Story 2
I
is
do
a really...
agree with you on Toy Story 2, but especially, what's that one song Jesse sings?
I don't remember the name, but I can hear it in my head right now, and it's making me sad, so...
But it's so good.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody cried for that Jesse moment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a crazy prospect that we're talking about.
Yeah, Stinky Pete, which...
Yeah.
We just spin at him to beat him. He's gonna come back. Don't know what he was doing up there. I mean, I guess I followed the movie where he jumps out of the suitcase, but we're gonna see him again. Oh yeah, the song was called "When She Loved Me" by Sarah McLachlan, I think. Really good at making people cry. Okay, so this level has a really hard trick as well. If I can't get it right now, we can do a backup, so it's fine. but we're gonna do another instance of the tech storage, like we did in the toy barn. But we're not really gonna use it the same way. We're just gonna use it to skip the race, essentially. Okay, let's go. That's like one of the hardest tricks for me. I'm glad I got that. It's like extremely hard to do that because you're moving so fast to get up here. Normally you're supposed to ride the plane wing, which takes a long time to get to you. And it's extremely harder on N64 specifically just because this game runs at 3 FPS, sometimes less, to get frame drops. So I'm glad that worked out. Cool. And what I just did right now was the text storage again, so I got that little text box for the token loaded in, and we're going to use it here to skip this Slinky Dog race. So normally to do this race, you have to pretty much run across this track, avoiding the green slime, and get to the end to be able to grab the token. But with text storage, we're actually going to manipulate it. I just grabbed the token right there. We were able to start the race at where the token spawns instead of next to Slinky Dog because of the text storage. So that let us pretty much skip the entire race, which normally would have taken us like 45 seconds. So that was a crazy, crazy find that was discovered. Might have totally did. Not very good at this puzzle, so bear with me. Second try. And that's another RNG element of the game too. These lights, it could be a random pattern. I think, don't quote me here, but I think there's like 10 or 11 patterns that you can get, and so that can be kind of frustrating if you don't know it. If you don't know how to do it, We're almost done with the run here. So this next level is just going to be the final boss, pretty much. And it's not very creative. It's literally just the 3 mini bosses we fought earlier. There's Lydia and Jesse. Look at their beautiful faces. We're here to rescue them. But timer is gonna end here once I deal the final blow. Once the health meter at the top drops, drops all the way to 0 or whatever. And best way to do this is just spin the wheel. You can laser shot that guy in the middle, but for whatever reason, these 2 guys don't take damage from lasers. Only the gunslinger. We just gotta spin one of these guys. Timer's coming up. Time. There's Woody.
Our final time. Our final time is 31 minutes and 36 seconds. So if you want to subtract 1, 35 seconds.
Nice. Okay, that's honestly the best marathon run I've had to date. So that's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'll just let the credits roll, but we pretty much saved them, got the gang back together, and then there's the credits there. Before I sign off, I just want to say thank you again for the love of gaming, for letting me run this game and show it off to everybody, and obviously thank you for hosting these events. The charity that you guys do is really awesome, and I hope if everybody has the spare cash to spend, to definitely donate for the cause. Looks like we're at a pretty good amount now, so that's really cool. But obviously we can do better than that. So let's keep this donos going too. I'd appreciate that. If you guys enjoyed the game, you can watch me. I stream this game a lot. This is like the main game I stream. Name's right there. Twitch.tv/Spagettd. If you're interested in running the game, you can also join the Discord, and you can find it on speedrun.com. There should be a Discord thing for it. Everyone in there is super friendly and nice, so definitely check that out if you're interested. And it's super accessible too. There's like a ton of different versions you can play, including like N64 emulator and PC, which you can download, instantly. So yeah, I'll let you take over.
Yeah, no, this was an absolutely awesome run. Very fun. Just getting to see something so nostalgic. And as you said, we've made a fair bit of money already, but I bet after the Sonic Walk coming up, we should easily break 300.
For sure.
And yeah, just awesome work, everyone. and we will be back in a couple minutes once we have none to one playing Sonic all set up. So we'll be back in 1 minute.
Cool. See you guys.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Spagettd. Thank you again, Briar. Briar, obviously, will be returning again for another few runs as host. We are going to transition now, and we'll be back with everyone here in a couple of moments.